Hello guys, welcome back to another video on the short animation making course for Clip Studio Paint. I am DragonGasai. I do want to start off by saying I deeply apologize for the long break between the last video and this video now. The last video was made back in beginning of March and now it's mid-July. So I really want to say sorry, and I have no excuses for taking such a long break after making one video. But without further ado, let's get right into today's video, which is going to be talking about the light table tool function, and as well as a little more details on the onion skin tool. There is a difference between both of those, and I want to show you guys in this video as well. So let's get right into it. So when you open up Clip Studio Paint, open up a document and stuff, we need to have this animation cell window up. That's where all the light table functions are. So we're going to go to Windows and click this animation cells window, and it will pop up right here. So there are 18 different functions inside this panel here, and we're going to go over each of them one by one. I do want to say that this right here is the current selected cell. This is the display of the cell that you have. This right here is This right here is will always display your selected cell. So you select the cell from the layer panel here or from your timeline, it will always be that selected cell. So let's go back to one. Let's talk about the two different light tables that are available in Clip Studio Paint. So the first one, we call it the cell specific light table. If you click this button right here in the middle, it will display this window right here. Okay. In this window, or in this light table, when you add on layers and stuff to this specific frame or specific cell, it will only affect this cell. It will not affect any other cell. So what do I mean by that? So let's add on layer 3. Why not? Let's add on layer 3 to that cell. So you can by doing so, you can click and drag it into this panel here. So now layer 3 or cell 3 can be edited and only affect cell 1. I know that sounds a little bit confusing, but I want to show you what I mean. So when you click on any other frame, you can see cell 3 is not displayed here. We only see these two layers together on the first frame or on the first cell. Inside the cell specific light table, you can change the color and you can change the opacity. So let's do that. Let's go all the way down to like 659. Then change the color. Let's change it to a purple-ish color. Again, it will only affect in this group here, as you can see. All right. Inside a light table, you can transform it however which way you please. You can move it. These two buttons right here, you can flip it horizontally and vertically. This button right here resets the position of that, the original position of that cell here. And you can shrink it. You can stretch it. You can hold Control or Shift. And yeah, you can pretty much, free a state of this. If you have any errors, I'm using a pen tablet. If you have any errors or you can't do anything, make sure you check the settings of your tablet or your pen. When I have errors like this, when I can't move, it's usually because I'm on eraser mode. In pen mode, I can have free control over it. All right. So that's the cell Pacific light table. Let's talk about the canvas shared light table. This button right here on the far right, if you click it, this window will pop up. Let's go to frame 2, and let's add on the click and drag frame 6 into the canvas shared light table. The difference between the cell shared light table and the canvas shared light table is that this canvas shared light table will always be on the canvas. Even if you change it, change different layers, it will always be on that canvas. So let's go ahead and click cell 6. Let's change the opacity again. And let's change this into a red color, because I like red. So now you can see it in every layer, including the same layer. So when we have cell 6 selected, you can still see a little red or a little outline in the canvas shared. Including on frame 1, you see both cells. You see cell 3 and cell 6 here on this canvas on cell 1. Okay. All right. So let's talk about the other different functions. All right. So I mentioned opacity before, and this is how you change it, right? With this little bar here, this button right here, you can change one frame at a time, the different opacities, or you can change, or you have all the different light table cells on the same opacity. To do that, you just turn this on, and all of those frames are going to be the exact same. So go back to 100%, and it's going to be 100% opacity here. If we turn it off, it can go revert back to what we had it set before, which is going to be 59 and 66. All right. These two buttons right here go forward and backwards. I have it set up on my keyboard as a shortcut. This right here adds a new animation cell, which will also pop up in the timeline. So I'm just going to Control Z, get that out. This right here, you can bring in outside cells and image files into these different light tables. So let me just go ahead and find one. This is probably gonna be a terrible picture. Yep, it is. And yeah, the image file. Let me just. You can click and drag, or you can click and drag the file right here into the canvas, so it will always be displayed. And yes, you can have multiple different cells in different columns. Of course, you can hide if you wanted to. And it will always display because it will always display because it's in the canvas shared light table. So what do we do when we want to deregister the different cells in these light tables? Well, there's multiple ways to do that. So go back to frame 1, right? And in frame 1, let's add on frame 5 and another 6. All right. So since I'm on frame 1, I can click this button right here, which deregisters all images from the light table in this cell. So if you were to click it, all the cells in the light table will be deregistered. Let's Control Z. Now let's say we just want to keep frame 4, but we have 5 and 6 in here. You can click frame 5 and then hold Control click to select multiple frames, and click this button again, and now we only have frame 4. We can do the same thing with the canvas shared light table. Click, Control Z, and I'm Control click, and you register those two. All right, so that's pretty much the light table tool. That's just the basic functions of it. I will have an assignment posted on my Discord channel utilizing the light table tool. I want you guys to use it, and if you guys have any questions or problems, please just let me know, and we'll work together to fix that. All right, so that's it for now for the light table tool. Let's go on and talk about the onion skin tool just a little bit more. So remember in my previous video, to enable onion skin, you click this button right here, and it will enable onion skin. So in our default settings, we see the after, which is the green, and then we see the before, which is the blue, if there's a frame before it. To change the settings, you go to animation, show animation cells, animation skin settings. All right, I was messing with it a little bit. This right here will show the number of skins. So if we only see the cell. If we're on frame 2, we will only see the cell 1 before it. So we will see frame 1. The default will be 1. If it's the next frame, we will only see the next frame after it. If we change the number, we will see 2 frames after the current selected one. Okay. And we also choose not to see any of them before and after. All right. And then we can choose not to see a before or after. We have 0 in this number box. We also change the color. If you wanted to. And we also change the opacity of it. All right. Let's go back to form. Yeah, oh God, that hurts my eyes. That's the onion skin tool. I mainly use this tool because I don't do any difficult animations at the moment. The light tables tool definitely has more functionality, and if you're needing to do it before and after, or you need to transform something, if you're doing like a spin or something, the light table tool will definitely help out. Now there's uses in both of these, so don't discount either or. And yeah, okay, this is hurting my eyes. Let me change that back. All right. All right. So in the Discord, I will post an assignment and a write-up of the light table tool, so we can learn and use the light table and the onion skin tool, and just so we can know what the function is. And I promise you guys, the next video is not gonna come out in the next 4 or 5 months. I will get these videos out to you guys as soon as possible. And yeah, if you guys like this video, please like. If you dislike it. And if you want to subscribe, go ahead and click the subscribe button. And if you guys want to join the Discord server, we will have a link posted in the description below.